This week on Talk of the Town, we chat with Bear River's resource officer about his involvement within our schools and community. We also highlight September's farmers market with young entrepreneurs. As always, we have your sports highlights and interviews.
Hey, we're at Bear River High School this morning, and with me is Officer Mortensen. He is the SRO for Bear River High School, has a very important role here. So I want to visit with him, have him share with us what he does for Bear River High School students in our community.
As a school resource officer, and my purpose in the school, I actually have four areas goals or areas that I look to. The first being, I'm a law enforcer. I'm a police officer, so I'm in charge of the safety and security of the school, keeping the kids safe, keeping the facility secure, dealing with anything that comes up from a law enforcement perspective. The second role I have as an educator, I actually teach a class at the high school. It's a law enforcement class. We go over everything from the history of policing to crime these days, to doing crime scene stuff, how the courts work, how the prisons work, stuff like that. And then I have another role as an informal kind of counselor mentor to the kids. I try and be a role model to them. I try and build relationships with the students and with the faculty. And then obviously I try and reinforce positive relationships, and then point out when they're doing good, and then we deal with the bad. And then finally, I'm the emergency manager at the school. I liaison between the school and the police and fire department when there's an emergency.
In your profession, what does a good day or what produces a great outcome for you?
A great outcome is produced when I don't have to deal with anything. When I can just go about my day and interact with the staff, the faculty, and the students, and just have positive interactions with them. Those days are few and far between. Mostly what I help deal with here are parking issues, and then kids know that they can come to me when they're having issues with their friends at home. Whatever that issue is, they come to me with legal questions that I can help them deal with. So, but a good day is when I don't have to do anything.
If there was just one message that you would like the citizens of Tremonton City to know about as an SRO, what would it be?
I don't know if I can limit that to one, but here's what I will say. I am a parent of teenagers myself. I have teenage daughters. I had a teenage son who's now an adult, and the most successful part of us being a parent are creating with our kids a relationship of mutual trust and respect and open communication. If I could tell parents one thing, it's talk to your kids, not as a friend, as a parent, but be invested in what they're doing. Know what your kids are doing. Know what they're doing with their friends. Know what they're doing on their cell phones, on their computers. Just be aware of what your kids are into. Be aware of what they like, what they don't like. And if you do that, if you have that relationship with your kids, you're going to notice when something's off, when something's wrong, and then address it. And hopefully they will return that relationship and talk to you about what's going on. That will make you guys successful. And I would tell the kids, if I could give the kids one thing, talk to your parents. Tell them what's going on in your life. They genuinely want to know. Right? There is no perfect parental guide. We're going to screw up a lot, but we want to protect our kids. We want to keep them safe, and we want to know what our kids are doing. So.
One thing that parents talk to me a lot about is their concerns, their fears about the active shooter incidences that happen in our nation. So, Officer Mortensen, what is being done here in our valley at Bear River High School to prevent active shooter incidences here?
So as a school, we have regular drills, different drills, lockdown drills, evacuation drills, different things like that we do. And as a police department, we work with the schools to help facilitate those drills and to participate in those drills. As a police department, as a law enforcement agency, we work with all of the other agencies in Box Elder County, and we do regular training at different school sites on active shooters. For us as officers, we don't say if, we say when, and we are going to be prepared for when that happens. As a school resource officer in the school, my job is to, if that were to happen, my job will be to immediately go to that threat and end that threat. What happens to me doesn't matter, and I'm prepared for that. But we train all the time. The SWAT team trains for school shooters. We train with the SWAT team. We had a drill last year here at the high school where we trained as a police department, and we invited faculty members and students to participate in that. Huge learning experience for them. It was good for us to go through those experiences. We know what to do, and we train enough that if it were to happen for us, when it happens, we'll know exactly how to handle it and end that threat as quickly as possible with hopefully 0 to minimal casualties or injuries. As an officer, we feel it's important to be able to have access to the schools really at any time. And we have district administrators and school administrators now who are in 100% agreement with that. And so Tremonton, all of our officers have an electronic key card that gets us in any school in the Tremonton-Garland area. And as an SRO, I have hard keys that for a lot of the schools will get me not only into a door but into classrooms inside the school. And the school administrators in most cases encourage us to, outside of school hours or even during school hours, to come visit the school at any time, to walk through the school at any time, and to become familiar with the teachers, the students, the staff, the janitors, to become familiar with the layout of the school. If we have to respond to a critical incident in the school, the most important thing for us is know where we're going and how to get there. And so we're very blessed in this county to have the school district that we have and the support that we have from them to be able to do our job and to be able to have access to all these things.
If there were an emergency, tell us a little bit about what you know you would be doing if that were to happen in Tremonton.
So I think the best scenario would be, some kind of lockdown situation, whether it be an active shooter or just, say, a suspicious person in the school, maybe with a gun or a weapon. All of the staff and the faculty and the students know we lock down and we shelter in place unless exigent circumstances need us to get out right now. That situation becomes crucial in who's in charge. So I actually would take over being in charge in that situation, communicating with the principal and the vice principals on what we need to do. And my job then becomes to communicate and facilitate the police response or the emergency response. So as officers come in, I'm telling them where to go, what I need, and then as soon as, say, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, chief arrives on scene, they take incident command outside and they coordinate the response from there. And then the first officers on scene, which would be me and whoever shows up first, we're going to whatever that situation is to see if we can take care of it or mitigate it or contain it at that point. And so one person in charge, and then the next person in charge takes over from there.
What do parents need to know?
So my advice for parents in a lockdown situation or an evacuation situation is to, number one, understand we've trained for this, we've got it. Okay? We know what to do, the teachers know what to do, emergency response knows what to do. We'll handle it how we're trained to handle it. What we need from the parents is to listen and read the communications that they get, because they're going to be getting phone calls or texts or emails from the school district telling them what's going on as much as they can and where to go. We do not want them coming to the school to make our job harder. Okay? There's going to be a place that they can go to where at some point we will then reunite them with their children. There's going to be someone who's going to be able to communicate the details that they can of what's going on to the parents. And the more calm and collected and organized that we can stay, the easier it's going to be to end that whole situation quickly and effectively.
Officer Mortensen, what part do you play to ensure student and increase student learning?
I am a teacher here, so I teach a class, but on top of that, the most important part of learning is the environment that you're in. So we try and foster with the kids, with the faculty, a positive learning environment free of distractions. In my class, my kids know as soon as they come in, their earbuds come out, and their cell phones get put away. If they don't, they might lose it for the class. One thing as a successful SRO is we have to be genuine, and I treat everyone with fairness and respect. I set my boundaries at the very beginning, and I don't ever deviate from that. And so in every kid, even though they're different, my expectations are the same for each kid. That's how you learn. If you can come to class, there's no distractions, you can focus on what's going on, and then it's up to the teachers to deliver that message to the individuals.
What's your favorite part of your role?
So I've been a police officer for a long time. I know a good number of these kids. So what makes me happy is when I can interact with a kid here at the school that I may have had a negative interaction with outside the school. I see them at school, and there's no bad feelings, there's no animosity. We can have a normal, good, positive conversation, and I might be able to change their mind a little bit of how police actually are. They see the human side of what police are from their SROs, and that's important to us because I want them to be able to come to me when they have problems or questions or just need help with something. And it makes my day when a student comes to me with a problem and I can help them some way with that problem. So that's my favorite part of what I do.
It's my hope that the information that we've shared with the citizens of Tremonton City today will help you to feel calm hearts and maybe just offer you some reassurance that we have individuals in our community and our police department, obviously this officer that are at our school that helps to make safety a priority here. So thank you, Officer Mortensen. Appreciate all you do.
Talk of the Town is made possible by supportive sponsors who love our community. Show your love by supporting them today. Tremonton just wrapped up their 5th farmers market for this year. We feature some young entrepreneurs with their Yum-N-Ade stand. Be sure to attend the final farmers market of the season coming up the first weekend in October.
I'm Lincoln Youngman.
I'm Lily Youngman. I'm Daisy Youngman.
And so tell me how old you guys are and why you decided to start this business.
We wanted to just help with everything, like the heat of the sun. People would want to cool off, so we decided to do lemonade.
And Lincoln is 10, I am 9, and Daisy is 6. And we wanted to do this to get money and to help people cool down. And if they were hungry, we could give them cookies. Yeah.
So the name of our stand is called Yum-N-Ade, and we thought it would be a good idea to have a name for our stand. We just thought it might be a good idea to have Yum-N-Ade as our name.
Lincoln was the one to make up Yum-N-Ade. We want to do this for as long as we can, and this is our 3rd time selling.
The hard stuff about it is that we have to figure out how much money we each earn, and we have to pay our mother back from her paying for the stuff that she bought for us.
And we have to stay here the entire time. But the good part about that is that we get to take breaks. Well, not really, but we get to walk around and ask if people want cookies or lemonade. And if we sell it, then we come back here and give Lincoln the money, because he's the one that stays here the entire time.
Almost the entire time.
We've got cookies and lemonade, and that's it. But it's lavender lemonade and lavender chocolate chip cookies.
We thought that lavender might be a good taste, so we thought it would be a good idea to start a lavender lemonade business here.
And our mom actually was the one to have the idea. We're planning on coming back, trying to come back next month and next year, and we're going to try and sell lavender lemonade as long as we can. And we grow the lavender in our backyard.
Bear River High School's Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Pizza Plus. Congrats to these athletes for their efforts on and off the field.
Delaney adjusting to an off the net set. Again, out to Lucy. Bears able to get it up.
Oh, nice spot.
That was a great, and with the serve, good pass. Another back set off the blockers. Riverton gets it up, just can't get it up. Wide. That's a great hit coming from Riverton. Good adjustment. Whoa! This one over to the outside hitter. And nice kill right there. Bears with the serve. Libero, number 24, Brooke Agley. Off Riverton and out of bounds.
So a 19-11 lead here for the Silver Wolves. What a spot that was, Amy.
Yeah, Robbie had a little arch on it. Bears go middle. Riverton again with a good block. Pushing it outside. Bears with the dig. And a good hard hit.
So number one going to Riverton, but Bear River coming over the first point.
Not hard enough to go wide. Bears set to the outside, right down the line. The serve. That's a great block by Marble. Bears send it right back over. Bears send it right back. Riverton sets it up, goes middle, and nice block. Outside hit. Free ball, short. Another setup. Oh, good block. Oh, great read.
They live for those, right?
Tough, baby. Cross court. Oh, off Freeland and out of bounds. Back. Quick to the middle. Good dig by Agley. Outside. Oh, and a nice foot. And quick dump. Bears send it back with the dump. This one's close. A lot of back and forth. Quick to the middle. Oh! Delaney Mallory with a serve. Tips the net. Back row hit coming from Gibson. Quick to the middle. Oh, well played. Good talk from Silver Wolves. Quick to the middle. Oh. Outside. Nice play. Nice play. Lead. Off the blockers, out of bounds. So nice hit by Delaney. Robbie Marble with the serve.
And an ace.
Back outside to Hardy. Errol with the serve. Garn hustles up there and gets herself a kill.
Probably didn't go exactly how we thought it was going to go. Our first and third sets were a little bit rough, but the second set was really good. Was there any positive you could pull out of that game for us?
Really, we're still working out our rotations, and I can move people around, and they're still figuring it out. We're so young. We're so young. It's just, I actually thought, that's a big team, and then they're good, and we played, so I'm really proud of them.
Are there any players you feel like are really stepping it up this year and that they're going to help us go farther in the season?
Well, if I had a player of the game tonight, it would be Robbie Marble. I mean, I think she has stats in every category and the unstatables. And man, I think she had the hardest hit of her life, so I was so proud of her.
So we play Skyview at home next week. Is there anything we're going to work on super well this week and into next week to carry into that game, because it's one of our first region games?
Yeah, we're really working on just that. We keep having kind of a slow start, so we're going to make some adjustments in practice to just get going a little faster and hope that that carries over.
And Larson in shotgun and a loose ball.
Working him in different spots. Great job.
Man, Daxton Bingham and Rice in the backfield. Larson and Honorable in the backfield, but it's a design quarterback run. There's Garrett Stone, one Harmon and him down. Iron shotgun. Tyra will keep it with space. He's gonna go. Gonna get tripped up from behind, but a big gainer on the ground. And the man in motion going back over here to the near side. Folger, or Clements, excuse me, gets it, and the Bears all over it. It'll be a turnover.
Back to it. Give him the same play again.
Again, Daxton Bingham, first one in there. Rice. Take the handoff. Here's another throw on a slant. Does he keep him out? He does. Being hurried up. The Bears will wrap him up. First man in there. This is Larson stepping up. Walking right into Jones. And up here to Preston, and Rice holding him back, and we'll wait. The Mustangs. Getting Stevens. Gonna try to zigzag through the defense. Pretty good run back. A lot of time to throw. Picking up the first down. Frank May-Skidoo first. Ellen pregame as well. A little trouble with the snap. And the ball comes out. Loose. Bear River able to land on it. Wideouts here at the bottom now. Hand it off here to Jones. And get this running game going as he goes downhill. So Frank Mason do first down. Huge gain, 1st and 10 now. Larson scrambling out this side and nowhere to go this time. The Bears will wrap him down around the 40-yard line. Larson, quarterback draw, gets stuffed at the line.
This drive going.
And off up middle, and down Rice. It's more than one. Vern. Right outside the top, to the bottom, back to pass. In the middle of the field, wide open. Tatum Stevens for another Frank May-Skidoo first down. Going deep again in coverage, but this time bringing it down. Here's a well-placed screen, and Jones saw nothing.
Getting these chunk yard plays here. As I say that, they do a play action.
They get to him, and they would wish they would have gave it to him as Ty Jones. And stood up right at the line.
We had a killer first half. I feel like we definitely worked on the no turnovers policy. Like, it was a really good first half. But sadly, it was a tale of two halves. What do you have to say about that?
Well, our offense has to help out our defense. You know, they can't keep that up all night long, and so they did a great job in the first half, really a great job in the second half too, a couple broken plays, but we can't get shut out. That's a non-negotiable for me, something that hasn't happened in 2 years, and so we really got to get that fixed on offense. So.
Yes, I totally agree. I thought defense killed it. Quaid Murray had some really good tackles, Dallin Rice. What do you have to say about that? Was there any outstanding players, offense or defense?
I thought everybody played well. I thought up front, Brecken Garn and Daxton Charles played well, and Brady Payne doesn't get a lot of credit in there because he's taking double teams all day long, and so he did a great job like usual. And our linebackers, Ty Jones, Dallin Rice, Daxton Bingham, all of them did a great job. Gunnar Christensen, who has a couple good games in a row, and then offensively we were just kind of inches away from a couple big plays, so we just got to do our job and not kill ourselves on offense, and I'm proud of a lot of those guys. So
Yes, indeed. It was a really good defensive game. Offense struggled a little bit, but also Mountain Crest had some really good catches, and their quarterback was throwing really good dimes. What do you have to say about that?
Mountain Crest is always tough. They're always physical, and they kind of match our style pretty well, and they always have. And so they came out to play, and they took advantage of things that we did. We killed ourselves, and a couple penalties put us behind the sticks, and credit to them. They took advantage of it and got the momentum and didn't give it back. So
Tune in next week to hear a message from Tremonton's mayor, along with plenty more from Talk of the Town.